Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Dion back with a Fanduel daily lineup building video for today, January 6th. It's a Friday, man, so hopefully we can have a pretty good day today. Apologize for not making the video last night. Wednesday night, I definitely didn't cash, but that's not the reason why. Um, it's not the reason why I didn't make the video. I just assumed because usually a Thursday slates, I think they're no more than 5 games, and for those days, I usually just take off the most part. So, I mean, me not cashing Wednesday was part of the reason. But, I mean, I still cashed a few lineups. I just didn't profit. So, definitely didn't win all my money back. So, I think I lost about 20 20. So, uh, didn't play too much in cash. I cashed in my double ups, but as far I put more in tournaments than I did in my cash games, and then my tournaments didn't hit too well today. So that was kind of disappointing there. And then today I got a few lineups that are in the cash right now, so I'm about to check on it on my phone. Most of my lineups they have McCullum, Aminu, or Harkless left. A few of them in the 300, so hopefully it stays that way. And my highest lineup right now is 322. So, and that's with Mo Harkless left. So hopefully it keeps going up, man. The few lineups I got, I only played about 5 lineups today. So 2 out of 5 of them are cash, and I'm pretty much a little bit over minimum cash. So not gonna be not really a successful day. It's just hey, any profit is profit, I guess. So let's jump into today's slate, 8 game slate, a few back to backs here. I'm pretty much doing this stream a little bit earlier because I have some business to take care of in the morning. So I'm like, I'm not gonna go 2 days without putting a video out. So, and I hate doing. I'm not really into the afternoon streams. So let's just jump right into it, man. First game on the slate. Wrong tab. First game on the slate, Minnesota at Washington. This game should be pretty high scoring. Definitely a game that's gonna be up in pace. Minnesota definitely doesn't play defense at all, and Washington's right there with them. So when I first came here, this is just to look at the see which games are in back-to-back situation or 3 and 4 nights. So like the Lakers are playing right now. So when they play Miami tomorrow, I'll be their third and the fourth night. And let's go see because actually the Vegas odds weren't loaded up here. So let's see if it loaded up yet. Nope, we still don't have no Vegas odds there. So we'll go to Vegas actually, the actual website. So they have an over under for this game, 211 over under, open up at 210. Right now, 211, 5 point spread in favor of Washington. So this game definitely going to be high scoring. Might want to, I think they're pretty much projecting for Washington around 108, 107, 108 here. So if there's anybody we want to pick on from Minnesota, it's just the whole team. So let's go take a look at some defensive ratings and things like that. um, let's see. Let's open this up. We'll take a look at some prices as well. So of course we got John Wall 9,700 under 10K in this game. I like it, not too bad. Bradley Beal 7K. We're talking to Bradley Beal. Wiggins 6.4. I think his price just came down. He was 6,900 the other day. So that definitely needs to come down. Markeith under 5K, still in play. Not the greatest matchup. Okay, go chat. So for a game that's gonna be high scoring, there's a little bit of value in this game. So guys like I just seen Otto Porter under 6K. Just seen Lovine under 7K. We know he has that 35, 40 point upside, but he just got last game 36. So there's some upside there. Bradley Beal, I really don't like playing him at 7K or above because he's inconsistent, but it's still showing some upside. So 37.8 last game. And I think it's going to be something around there again. And let's take a look at John Wall real quick. 39 minutes, okay. So let's go take a look at the defensive ratings for Minnesota. So you guys can see for the most part, pretty bad. Zach LaVine, Wiggins, Rubio, Shabazz, Tyus. We don't really care about those guys. Karl-Anthony Towns, decent, but still. And Gorgie Jang, decent, but still below average, I guess. So definitely can pick on some guys here. We're going to take a look at some DVP as well. See where Minnesota, it's not the worst against point guards, but we know John Wall could turn up here. We're just skimming through this. Let's see, Minnesota versus shooting guards. Not the worst here, but still can pick on some Bradley Beal. Or they probably just haven't been facing high usage shooting guards for the most part. So small forward. Let's see if I can find it. Minnesota. So like, which is it's crazy because the DVP is not adding up because I pick on these guys all the time and it works out. But see power forward 39.7. This is the weirdest thing ever. That's why sometimes I'm not even sure. I want to take a look at Rotogrind this DVP too. So Minnesota, they're above average categories, but they're one of the worst defensive teams. Just to prove my point, I'm sure you guys this. There's no way that that DVP is that good when we're looking at them giving up a bunch of points every game. Let's take a look NBA. So this is just a difference. I'm showing you guys a different site so you can see how bad they are defense. How's your team statistics? So defensive efficiency, they are. Oh, we put it from the worst to the best. They are bottom 10, giving up about 107. The pace isn't the greatest, but let's look at actual points too. Stats. Excuse me. Opponent points. Take a look at this real quick. Minnesota. Oh, 105. So, I mean, they're still giving up. So, I guess you could say the average there is going to be about 106 if you look at the defensive efficiency and then look at the actual points we're giving up per game. And then they're on the road at that. So, got to have some Washington exposure there. Let me take a look at the chat. See if anybody's in here. Damn, you guys are mobbing today, man. Okay, we in here. It's all good. My G was good. It's good. Jang, you don't play GPP. Yeah, I play GPPs a lot, man. I actually put more in GPPs than I do my cash game. How you know when a player will go over value? Well, I mean, you can't. It's oh man, here comes this guy Gundacker. Do I have to block you from this too? But it's real. I mean, you can't just say he's gonna do it, but you can just predict it based off the stats, overall performances on the season, and things like that. So. Right now, of course, you like John Wall. He's been showing you some upside at 9.7. You probably want that 50 because usually for me, above 8K, I'm fine. I'm fine with 5 times value. Under that, I want 6 times. And at 9.7, I can definitely see him getting you that 48 to 50 here. This is just a great spot. So, I'm a lot. I will plug him in a few lineups. My favorite guy this game, Zach LaVine, because I love picking on Bradley Beal. Let's take a look at Washington defensive ratings real quick. Bradley Beal from the starting lineup. Bradley Beal is the worst defender when he's on the court. So Zach LaVine, he's showing you the uses, the upside, man. He's been balling lately. I gotta take him, man. I just have to play him. I've been playing him almost every day, and I thought I would never play him above 6K, but I like this price for him. Otto Porter, of course, picking on Wiggins almost every time. Let's take a look. LaVine's defense is definitely nothing great, and then Wiggins been getting kind of cooked a little bit. So I'm gonna have some Otto Porter here. Otto Porter won me a bunch of money this year too, so gonna keep going back to well with that one. So for the most part, we're just gonna plug in the guy in the lineup. So put Zach LaVine because you gotta have some exposure to this game. This is not necessarily gonna be my lineup right now, but I'm gonna just plug in guys that I like off the back. So next game on the slate, we have Houston at Orlando. Houston's on the back-to-back. They just snuck one out against OKC today. So I don't know. It might be some tired legs. You could find some sneaky value here possibly. It'll be interesting to see if DJ Augustine is going to go back to the bench because last game they had Elfrid Payne starting with him coming off the bench, and Evan Fournier came off the bench as well with Meek starting. So it'll be interesting to see what they're going to do there. Let's take a look at some news, see if there's anything here. See what Frank Vogel had to say. Hopefully there is some news on this game. Shift it to a bench roll. Okay, we don't care about that. So clearly we don't have any news on Frank Vogel saying if this is going to be definitely going to occur again. So right now we could just go based off what happened last game. I think they probably like that lineup actually. So Elfrid Payton had a pretty decent game. Evan Fournier, I'm not sure what he did last game in his first game back. Let's take a look. I'm acting like I can't just go back on Fanduel and look at that. So 14 points in his first game back, 6 of 14, not bad. So He still played 30 minutes, so you can pretty much assume he's going to see those minutes again. And then we like this matchup a lot. Let's take a look at his price. 6K. How many FanDuel points he had last game? 16. Yeah. Let's see if there's some Vegas. If there's a Vegas out for this. So 223 favorite. Houston's only 6 point. It's only a 6 point spread in favor of Houston. So this game definitely looking juicy, man. I might have to have a bunch of Orlando exposure if Vegas thinks the game's gonna play like this. So let's take a look. Alfred Payton at 6.3. 35 minutes. Might be worth it. Might be worth it. Evan Fournier is probably the guy I think who has the most upside here. Of course, I like Vucevic at 7K, man. Even though at 7K, if he's gonna get 30 minutes again, keep getting 30 minutes, he's gonna see a lot of. I'm not sure if Nene's gonna start again, but if Nene starts and Harold comes off the bench, there's no way that Harold can guard Vucevic, man. Like he's just too small. Like Harold is 6'8", 6'9". So Vucevic is pretty much gonna do work, especially off the bench, and he's been stealing a lot of Biyombo minutes. Let's see what's going on here. So Biyombo minutes have been trending downwards, so they're all going to Vooch pretty much. And then you can talk me into some Ibaka. Can't put him in more than one lineup though, just because of that price tag. But he definitely has 40-point upside. So with the way Vegas projects this game to play out, man, you just have to have exposure to a few of these guys. And then from the Houston side of the ball, I'm not a fan of ever paying above 5K for Patrick Beverley. So we can move on from there. James Harden. Nobody on his team can guard him on a back-to-back. It'll be interesting. His ownership might be a little bit down just because of the back-to-back. Not Houston, Orlando's all right defensively, not great, but Harden, man, superstar talent. So you just gotta have some exposure to him there. Eric Gordon's been balling. Let's take a look at this. He leads the NBA in 3 points made, third in field goal percentage, and he's heating up. It looks like back-to-back 20-point games, and he's staying around 30 minutes. He's not probably gonna play above 30 minutes because of Patrick Beverley being back. But 28 to 30 on a good night, I like it, man. He definitely has 30-point upside here, so don't hate it too much. Who else can we talk about? Ariza. I really don't play small forwards against Orlando that much, so probably not gonna play Ariza there. Not much usage from this side. And let's take a look at some defensive ratings and stuff like that. So let's go Houston, Orlando. All right, it's loaded up, so let's scroll down. My freaking laptop's going a little slow, so it's not letting me scroll. All right, what the hell? Laptop's acting retarded right now. Okay, Jody Meeks. Okay, Augustine. We all know they're pretty bad defensively. Evan Fournier is not great either. So, of course, you can talk me into some Harden here. The two shooting guards are going to be the guys that are guarding Harden. He's going to cook them for the most part. So, yeah, you could definitely talk me into some of these guys. Let's look on the Houston side of the ball. Eric Gordon, trash. Ryan Anderson, trash. Like, they're not going to be able to out-rebound Orlando in this game. Like, Ibaka might really have 12 to 15 rebounds, or Vucevic might have 10-plus rebounds in this game. So, just in rebound equity, man, these guys should some of those Orlando bigs should definitely eat. So I like them a little bit there. But yeah, man, Eric Gordon, Ryan Anderson, trash. Montrezl Harrell, defense rating not great, but man, Vucevic is gonna kill this boy. I want to see Vucevic offensive rating actually. It's only 100, so it's not the greatest. But just individual matchup, it's no way none of these bigs can guard him. So I like him a lot. And Vucevic has a 24.2 usage rating. So I like that spot. So we're gonna take a look back at the chat, see what you guys are talking about. What do you think about Rubio? 35 minutes. He's only 5,500 now. Rubio is one of those guys that I really play, but this is a pretty decent spot for him, man. The only reason why I hate playing him because he really can't score. But 5,500 is an interesting price. So let me go back to that real quick. And he's 5,700 actually. So can I get 6 times value out of Rubio? That's what I'm looking at here. I don't want 30. I want 34, 35 here, man, out of Rubio. And let's see if they played Washington this year. Let's just scroll through. Nah, I haven't seen him. So how many times? Let's just scroll through this game log, see how many times he gotten you above 30. So that's 1. That's 2, 3, 4. I guess you could count that 5, 6, 7. So what? 7 out of how many games they probably played? About 30 or something like that. 30 plus. He's gotten you 30. So I'm probably not gonna lean towards him in there. Leans toward him here, but I wouldn't be surprised if he got the 30 plus. I just don't like him because he's really not a scorer. I'm not playing him; he just sucks. So there's kind of a little bit of bias there as well. Indeed, I'm locking in Ibaka to Ibaka, paying Harden for me. Yeah, I think I like that. But I see the play. Yeah, he might be better at home, but man, I feel like his usage is going up too. Speaking of Levine, I'm just going through the comments, so he's been trash lately. Jay, you look at the price and match projecting ceiling. He do a good game. Alfred Payne got 60 versus John Wall one game. Yeah, if he got 60 though, I kind of feel like there was some overtime there. Alfred Payne, I have seen him go off. I mean, even his rookie year, he was racking up triple doubles and stuff. So he's definitely a guy that gets it done with peripherals. But I mean, 6,300, man. You can talk me into it, but not a lot. I'm probably not gonna have a lot of exposure just off face value. So let's get back. So pretty much for this Houston Orlando game, I'm not too high on many of these guys. Ryan Anderson is always one of those sneaky streaky shooters that just goes off when nobody plays him. So this could be one of those spots under 6K, decent option. Aaron Gordon has been balling lately, so of course gotta look at him at 4,800. But with Fournier back, I can't bank on him getting 28 and 25 minutes every game. So those minutes are definitely going to decrease with Fournier back. And Fournier was playing around, what was he, around 32, 33 minutes before he got injured. So that might just bump up a little bit. So it's going to take away from Aaron Gordon's usage, especially if Fournier goes back in the starting lineup. So I'm staying away from that. Even though I do think this is still a good spot just because of his price. But probably not going to have much exposure there, if any at all. So with that being said, let's go on to the next game. If you guys don't have nothing to say about that one, let's see. Team versus maybe a trap game. So, all right, yeah, we're pretty much going to move on to the next game. We got Philly at Boston. Let's see if there's any for this. Okay, 213 over under 12-point spread in favor of Boston. Now, let me take a look at some news real quick, see if any of these guys are coming back yet from the Sixers. I would believe that spread more. Oh, no, they're not listed as Sixers. They're listed as the 76ers. I would believe that spread more of Joel Embiid's. Oh, okay, yeah, I got you. Okay. His stomach was messed up, a.k.a. he had to take a shit all day. So that's what gastroenteritis is. I don't know how to say the word gastro, and I'm just not even try to say it. So you guys know what I mean. If he doesn't play, I can believe that spread more. Gerald Henderson is back. We don't have him. Sergio Rodriguez is back. So RP, TJ McConnell plays. Splitting minutes. Covington is questionable. So, yeah, man, if the main people that can really turn the spread in favor of Boston might, like, Covington being out, and then you have Joel Embiid. If those two guys are out, man, I don't really know where to go from there. But definitely like some Boston guys. Let me click on this. Click on this real quick. Of course, oh my God, I can't do it. I can't do it, man. I cannot pay 9,200 for Isaiah Thomas. I can't bring myself to do that, man. He's been balling, but 9,200 is ridiculous for me. Avery Bradley's at a pretty decent price though. Let's take a look. Still playing heavy minutes. Really not hitting that upside much, but let's take a look. If there's any game that he's gonna do that in, it's probably this one. So let's go to Sixers. Let's go to Boston. Let's just take a look who been some of the worst defenders on the Sixers right here. All right. Gerald Henderson, of course, the guy that's going to start. So, of course, right then and there, like Avery Bradley. Let's take a look at Avery Bradley's usage, though. I feel like he hasn't been that high. IT2 has 33.2 usage. Avery Bradley, 22.4. So that's still pretty decent, especially for me in tournaments with how many points these guys about to score. I actually want to go back to Roto Grinder, see if it loaded up, man, the Vegas sides. Give me 1 second. Let's look. Okay, yes, it loaded. A few of them loaded. So yeah, Boston projected score 112. So you just have to have some exposure there, man. I might even have to play. I feel like I might have to play RT2 still, man, just because like this dude can still drop 50 at 9,200. Even in the blowout, man, I still think he plays his 35 minutes. But I'm really banking on Joel Embiid playing because, of course, I like Embiid here. Let's take a look at his price. I don't think any of these bigs can guard him. 7,200. That's still a pretty decent price, man. I have a feeling he's gonna play, and his minutes have actually went up to 30. So he was on a 28-minute restriction, and he got 30 in the last game. So, and I think they said they're gonna up his minutes after the All-Star break. So we might get Joel Embiid playing 32 to 35 minutes later in the season. So let's just take a look at that, man. But 40-point upside, and this dude's not playing over 30 minutes a game. I like it, man. Definitely could talk me into it there. None of these bigs can really guard him, so and it's not like Al Horford's going to see a bunch of him because if you watch any of the Sixers game, Joel Embiid rotation, the way he comes in, all right, he play like the first 4 or 5 minutes, then he comes out and he plays a lot with the second unit. So he's definitely going to feast on these guys like Kelly Olynyk. What are they going to have out there? Jonas Jerebko, like so. Tyler Zeller, who I don't even think plays any minutes anymore. Yeah, so he doesn't even really play minutes anymore. So I love Embiid here. Pretty good spot. 7,200, decent price. Now, the guy who just went off for me, who I'm probably going to have some exposure to, especially if Covington's out, Jay Crowder, I like him, 5,300. Yeah, 28 for me. That I wouldn't say he balled out, but it was a pretty decent game, especially when they're rooting for it. When the Celtics fans were rooting for Gordon Hayward, man, cheering for him because they wanted him in Boston next year, I think. So let's take a look. Also, some other guys here. From the Sixers, for the most part, the only guy I'm really touching, Joel Embiid. It'll probably take a miracle for me to play Nerlens Noel, but I do like how he's been balling. I played them one time. I played them in this game, right? It was this game versus Utah. Yeah, 22. But man, if he could just if coach just says Brad Brown just says, yeah, we're gonna give Joel Embiid 25 minutes today, we're gonna take that. Definitely got to play him at 4,300 because I love those high energy guys, and he's trying to definitely sell himself right now because he's trying to land on a team where he can get some minutes. Just that backcourt for the Sixers is too loaded right now. They got Nerlens Noel, Joel Embiid, Jahlil Okafor, Ersan Ilyasova, so probably not. So it's kind of hard for him to eat there. So with that being said, I think we can move on to the next game, man, because it's really not much I'm liking from this game. Too many of these guys split minutes. The only people who really play 30-plus minutes a game in this game, IT2, Avery Bradley, Jay Crowder, and Al Horford. So and mainly those all from the Celtics. So and the only guys I can touch in this game, IT2, Jay Crowder, Avery Bradley. So let's see what you guys are thinking about. Maybe playing the game will be close, dudes. A game changer. Yeah, that's exactly how I'm thinking about it. I will take McCray and keep it moving. Blowout proof. Okay, Boston won by one earlier, and B was out. I don't know, man. I will have to take a look at that to see when the last time matchup really good versus. I don't know. I'll have to see how the Celtics were playing at the time. Were they in a slump or anything like that? So I'm not looking too much into that right now. And they're actually a different team, man. If you tell me IT2 was playing this way in the beginning of the season, then I can understand. But this dude's on another level right now. So we pretty much move on to the next game. Like I said, we got Cleveland at Brooklyn. Now, I'm probably going to skip this game for the most part because it's a lot of news that we need to hear from. Because if Kyrie plays and Kevin Love plays, this game, I think it's going to be a blowout. But I've been having trouble picking blowouts, man, because I just picked freaking Golden State to blow out the Blazers and at home with no Damian Lillard, and these guys took it down to the wire for the most part. So, faded McCollum. I did have Allen Crabbe exposure, but still faded that game for the most part, and there was a lot of value in that game to be had. So, at home, which makes me feel more comfortable about it. Them not getting smoked by like 20, but they just played today. They got worked by the Pacers. It'll be interesting to see what happens tomorrow. But if I was to play anybody from this game, Kilpatrick. He came off the bench today, so I think I like him coming off the bench more. Pretty sneaky there. Let's take a look at his price. 4,700. I think, yeah, that was his price today, man. That's what he got for me today, 33. So pretty good. And I'm about to actually check on my lines in a few. Um, yeah. So what I was saying, Jordan McRae, like somebody said in the chat, he's been having some good games, but it seems like I'm not banking on him having another 29-point game. Him scoring 20 plus points, man. I don't know if I want to do that, but this is the perfect spot for him to do it. I need Kyrie to be out though. That's one thing I need to say, man. I need Kyrie to be out before I can get behind that play. And even if Kyrie plays 8,600 in the blowout, mm, somebody will really have to like beg me to play Kyrie in that spot. I like LeBron a bit, especially if Kyrie's out. LeBron will probably be locked into my cash games if Kyrie's out. I won't say probably. He will be locked in my cash games. Just great spot. Small forward's been low key killing Brooklyn. And if it wasn't for Jeff Teague having an amazing game today and Miles Turner, Paul George probably would have went for like 50 today, man. I had 100% Paul George today, and he missed value by about 3 points, I think it was. But freaking Jeff Teague and Miles Turner were like in that zone, so can't even be too mad there. It was just about these guys being locked in, more about than him sucking or something. Because when I was watching the game, he's actually scoring most of the time he touched the ball. So, and he didn't really grab no rebounds today, so kind of hurt his fantasy value. Who else? We like Kevin Love, of course. If Kyrie's out and he actually plays, man, hopefully he's over this food poisoning now. He had about a good 2 days and something to rest up now, so hopefully he's good. But if he's out again, Shannon Fry's a pretty decent spot. I like Trevor Booker low key too. If Kevin Love's out, man, because I think he might bully Shannon Fry in that paint. So the only thing about Shannon Fry, he's gonna take him out the paint because he's a stretch. He's a stretch four. But still like Trevor Booker to eat, even though he kind of disappointed me today. I had him in the lineup. He was doing pretty good, but he just didn't get the minutes for some reason. Like he had like I feel like he had like 16 or 17 at halftime or 18 at halftime, and they just didn't give him the minutes in the second half. I think it was probably because it is back to back, or I kind of want to check to see if he got injured or anything like that. But yeah. So for this game, for the most part, of course, centers kill Brooklyn, so TT tournament option. But I'm probably not going to touch him, man. I'm not going to have any exposure there. So, see what you guys talking about. All right, so nobody. Damn, you guys gave me a thumbs down already? Screw y'all. The video just started. At least wait till it uploads and process and everything like that. So next game we got New York versus Milwaukee. We see how this game just played out, man. If you saw my stream from the other day, I told you I was 100% in on Giannis. Turned out to be a good play. He dropped 53. Who else? I had too much Jabari Parker, man. He kind of disappointed me there, man. But I think it was more about Greg Monroe just stealing so many touches in a minute. So, well, not stealing his minutes, but that usage. Because when he's on the court, he's a guy that has to have the ball. So Jabari Parker took like a back seat there. So didn't see that happen. Of course, Malcolm Brogdon. As long as Dellavedova's out, he's probably going to be in a few of my lineups. Let's see what his price is now. 4,600. He's still under 5K. You can pretty much just lock him in now. Point guards against the Knicks have been feasting. Point guards, centers, power forwards for the most part. So let's take a look real quick. Got New York on the road and Milwaukee. Let's see if there's over-under on this game too after I load this up. Nope, no over-under yet. So let me see. Matter of fact, let's see if Vegas has some here. Yep, no over under yet. So I could pretty much I'm just gonna guess projected score will be Milwaukee like 108, New York like 105 or something like that, man. Because I'm pretty much put up points. We all know the Knicks have been averaging. I think they give up about an average of 108 or something like that a game. So I'm pretty sure that's gonna be what Milwaukee's probably gonna put up on them or more, if not more. So definitely like a lot of Milwaukee guys here. I don't know if Greg Monroe's minutes are going to stay the same because let's take a look real quick. But if he just happens to go back down to his 24 minutes or whatever he was getting before he just got this uptake in minutes, still think Jabari's going to have a pretty decent game here, man. He's playing 37 minutes and he's at 7K, and we know the upside he has. So I just have to keep playing him, man. at that price, man. Pretty decent price here, so I'm gonna have some exposure there. Giannis at 10.7. Now this is where it gets tricky. I like him a lot here, but I think I had a, did I have? No, I had 80% exposure to him against the Knicks the other day. So if whatever that was, I'm probably gonna cut it in half now that he's above 10.5. But I still think I think he could still hit 60 or 70 in this game. Really like that price. I'm probably gonna have to go through the rest of the slate to see if there's other shooting guards that I'm way high on him. But he's probably gonna be the highest scoring shooting guard, if not Harden. So it's probably gonna be between Harden and Giannis. So of course I like him there. He seems he's averaging 48 a game, and all he needs is about 52 to 55 for value, 55 for cash. So I think that's definitely obtainable for him. I don't mind him there. D Rose, let's see what he had last game. 21, probably not gonna have an exposure there, man. I think Malcolm Brogdon's a pretty solid defender. D Rose, he's scoring, but he's not really picking up much peripherals like the assists and the steals and blocks like that. So I'm gonna look elsewhere. Of course, I like Melo, man. Jabari Parker is gonna guard him again, and he's gonna kick Jabari Parker again. So pretty good matchup. Even though Jabari Parker is listed as the power forward, he actually guards the small forwards, and Giannis guards the power forwards. So if you guys don't really watch the games, most people probably wouldn't know that, and that's pretty much why Milwaukee small forwards DVP is second worst, because Jabari Parker's not really that good of a defender. Let's just take a look at some defensive ratings. Tony Snell's, Teletovic, okay, Brogdon, pretty solid, well below average, but Brogdon was playing a lot with the bench before too, so that number probably is a lot higher than it should be, because for his actual defensive talent, man, he's a lot better than that. So, yeah, man, I'm probably not gonna have any D Rose exposure there. But Melo, you could talk me into him, because Munskis just had the fakest game ever. He had 15 off the bench in 19 minutes, had 26 FDP. Pretty solid play if anybody played them, but I doubt they did. Tony Snell's trash. We're not going to touch him. Porzingis, I think Porzingis is actually going to play today, man. In that case, I kind of like him, man, but 8K, I really want to play him there. It doesn't leave much space for upside, so. Last but not least, we got Greg Monroe and Joakim Noah. Joakim Noah finally went over 5K, and I think this is where my ownership starts to come down a little bit, and especially with Porzingis likely. I think Porzingis is going to play. That's probably going to take away a lot from Joakim Noah's rebounding rate and all his minutes and everything like that. So Greg Monroe still interesting at 5.5 usage. Let's take a look at his usage. Let's see. Let's take a look at Jabari, 25.8. And if him and Jabari is going to be on the court at the same time a lot this time around, it's gonna take into Jabari Parker's usage. So I'm still gonna play Jabari, but I'm gonna just pray that Greg Monroe minutes actually start to come back down to earth. But I'm probably still gonna have some exposure just because he's eating right now. And when somebody's trying to upward and they're still not at that price, they're still not appropriately priced for his 31 minutes. So if he's playing 31 minutes, he's gonna get you 30 pretty much. And at 5.5, I think he has enough upside. So that's about it for me in this game. I think we can move on to the next one, see what you guys talking about. Yeah, I'll plug in Kilpatrick too, man. Yeah, Kilpatrick definitely feasted for me today. I'm about to actually look at my lineups right now. So just bear with me. I'm going to take a sip of this iced tea I got. Pretty good. The next game on the slate, we have Memphis at Golden State. Let's see what's going on here with this game. Let's see if there's any news here, because we see a Jermichael Green game time decision. That could mean a lot. Memphis Grizzlies. Let's see if he was even close to playing the last time around. Oh, Troy Williams sent back down. Okay, we don't care about that. No, damn, if Green can't go. Yeah, man, I think, man, it's crazy because when I play people against the Warriors, on the game that might be iffy of a blowout, they actually blow them out and don't play the fourth. And when I fade the game, these guys freaking keep it close. So like I never know when the Warriors are gonna play down to the competition. So just in that sense, I feel like I have to have some Tony Allen exposure. Let's take a look at his price first. Not Tony Allen, excuse me, Mike Conley exposure at 7K. That's still a pretty reasonable price. We just dropped 40. Not the same team defensively or anything like that, but still think he could feast here. It's just this price tag has just been like begging me to play him. Like, excuse me, like 8K for Curry just seems ridiculous. But I understand Kevin Durant's on the team, so. And I think a lot of people, this will make for a pretty decent tournament option. I don't think people are really going to play Curry against Mike Conley just because of that. Just because we really know him to be a great defensive player, man. Oh, Kevin Durant's under 10K. Nope. This is going to be a nice pivot off of LeBron. Kevin Durant getting Chandler Parsons defense. Pretty good because we all know Tony Allen's going to be occupied guarding Klay Thompson. Then you get Chandler Parsons matched up on KD, man. KD is gonna feast, man. I might just have to have even if they do blow them out, I still think KD plays 32 plus minutes, man. And I think that's all he needs to get to his 50. So that's a pretty decent price for me. Let's take a look at Memphis defense real quick. Let's see. Troy Daniels, James Ennis, Andrew Harrison, Mike Conley. So Chandler Parsons not on this list because he's not qualified. I guess he didn't play enough minutes or whatever. So let's take it off. See, he has the second worst defensive rate on the team, and then we have Kevin Durant, one of the best offensive players in the freaking world. So definitely like Kevin Durant, man. 9,600. I feel like they want me to have 100% Kevin Durant by doing this. I think that's what Fanduel's telling me to do because this is kind of like disrespectful to Kevin Durant, man. I thought he's gonna be like 10.2 by now, something like that. What did he drop last game? He dropped the actual 50, man. I think that's something he definitely gets this game, man. All he needs, I think he plays 35 minutes in this game. He's gonna score 30 plus real life points on Chandler Parsons or whoever guards him, James Ennis, whoever it is. Nobody on that team can guard him. So I gotta have some Kevin Durant exposure here. I'm just gonna put him in a lineup for the sake, just for the hell of it. So they'll leave us with around 6,700 left per player. Anybody else I like? Draymond Green. I really hate paying 8K for him, but he has the upside, man. I could see him having another stat line like this. But I'm really not going to bank on it in a slow. Grizzlies play slow pace, but their defense has been pretty bad, so maybe tug me to some Draymond. I'm really not high on him. Hopefully, JaMychal Green plays though. Hopefully, because I think, man, this is like the one piece. He's not even that good. He's not even good. I won't even say he's good, but this is the one piece to help him in the game stay a little bit close, I guess, because he's athletic enough to really keep up with Draymond, I guess. Not like he's going to stop him, but Draymond, he's the higher energy guy that gets the team going and stuff like that. So Marcus Saul, 8,500. He's been going off lately. He has. Look at this guy game log. I remember last year we used to pray for him to get 40. Now he's getting 40s regularly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he has 5 40-point games in his last 8 games. So it's definitely showing some consistency there. But at 8,500, I'm probably not going to bank on him doing that in this game. I respect the Warriors enough defensively, and I just can't get behind that play pretty much. That's just too much for me for Marc Gasol. And I've been stubborn because I'm like, yo, there's no way Gasol saying 40 again. He just keeps doing it. And for the most part, that's it for me. Klay Thompson, even against Tony Allen defense, pretty reasonable price for Klay for a tournament. But I really like Curry and I like Durant a lot in this game. I know it's a real contrarian, but I like it. Gasol and Conley good for 40. Conley price is right, man. Yeah, I definitely like Conley a lot. But I definitely like Curry, man. I just feel like 8K is like Curry has 50-point explosion, man. I know he hasn't been doing it this year like that because of KD, but that's a tempting price, 8K, man. And then I think we have 2 more games on the slate. Yeah, we got Clippers at Sacramento. We're not even going to really go through the defensive ratings and all that stuff for the most part. We just know to pick on the Clippers. Hopefully, let's see how many minutes Darren Collison got last game. If he's still trending in 30 minutes, I might have to have some exposure to him. Nah, I don't really like that. Ben McLemore's not really getting minutes. Matt Barnes is playing minutes here. DeMarcus Cousins, man, this should be a great matchup. I don't think anybody's gonna be able to guard him. Um, and it's gonna be a lot of small ball here, so I think it's gonna be a lot of points scored. Let's take a look and see if Vegas has an odd for this. Nope, there's no Vegas odd for this. And no, for the last game, Golden State was their 13.5 point favorite, winning by average, I think 12 point. No, they winning by an average of 16 points at home. So that's showing you how good they've been. That's why I'm kind of mad they didn't blow out the Blazers with no Lillard. So uh, I'm still kind of heated about that because I had no McCollum exposure, no Durant, no Curry, anything like that. So yeah, let's move on to this game. Let's take a look at some of these prices. Austin Rivers is probably going to start again. I think they ruled Chris Paul out already. Let's take a look. Clippers. Oh, it said he could return. Oh no, he's doubtful in the game note. So I don't know. This feel like a trap, man. It says he could return. Okay, on Thursday. Said Chris Paul looked good in practice. Okay. That was actually at the shoot around. I don't know, man. Hopefully we get some news early, man, because I don't want to. They about to make me go 50% Austin Rivers, and then Chris Paul plays, and I'm gonna be upset. But of course, man, you can pick on the Kings. You pick on the Kings guards, man. That's for the most part. So Austin Rivers 4,600. He just came off how many Fanduel points? 43, and this dude played 44 minutes. Wow, I don't think he's gonna play that again. But man, if he gets even 32 to 35 minutes, if Chris Paul's out, I think he still can get you 30 points. So I like Austin Rivers a lot here. The only thing I don't like is that, man, everybody's gonna now, so it's really not much tournament outside there. But man, who really cares about being a train when the guy's it's just a good play? So I like Austin Rivers there. Of course, you could talk me into some Jamal Crawford. He's still under 5K, and is he playing 30 minutes? Not really, but he's having value still. So 27 to 31. Also, he has the upside in this matchup. JJ Redick. All he really is gonna get you is scoring. And 20 real life points for him. He's probably gonna only get you about 25. So, and this was against Memphis. So Memphis is supposed to be a pretty solid defensive team. So maybe we see these guys explode in this matchup here. Sacramento, they have too many guys that just split minutes. So I'm not gonna touch any of them there. Only guys that play consistent minutes are Boogie and Rudy Gay when he actually plays. So. Oh yeah, so we got I just picked the Knicks. Crap. Let's take a look. King, see if there's any Rudy Gay news. He's questionable. He's missed 10 of the last 11 games. Yeah, so you don't really have any exposure then. I think this is the Kings' third game in 4 nights. So it'll be interesting to see what's gonna happen here. I definitely think I'm gonna have a lot of Austin Rivers here. Let me see how many minutes Raymond Felton played, because he could be pretty sneaky as well. 37 as well. So you got a lot of these guys. That means they played a bunch of small ball last game against the Grizzlies, and they just ran them off the court because they definitely did damage to them. So with that being said, we can pretty much move on to the next game. Let's take a look at what you guys are talking about. Okay, Tony Allen defensive suspect play Clay. I wouldn't say Tony Allen is suspect. Definitely wouldn't say that. But especially did you guys see that Grizzlies versus OKC game? He was locking Westbrook up, even though it's really, I wouldn't say it's easy to lock him up. I wouldn't say it's hard to lock Westbrook up because he just takes so many shots that makes you look better. He takes a few dumb shots. But he was really working Westbrook. I think he's the reason why Westbrook got ejected out of that game. Is kind of in his head. And then he just started doing some dumb stuff, and he got himself ejected. So, what if he gets a first chance? It's kind of stacks over Savage Cats. We'll go through the games. I'll see it myself. Willie Reed are two cheap flaky options. They either hit less than 20 or for 40. Yeah, that's true, man. Willie Reed disappointed me. Now, that's part of the reason why I did not profit on Wednesday, man. I had too much Willie Reed. I had 73% Willie Reed, man. That's the exact percentage of Willie Reed that I had. So with him kind of flopping, I mean, he wasn't. I wouldn't put all the blame on him. But when you play a guy at that price, you want 6 times value. And for him, I think he only had like 14 or something like that. So, but we'll take a look at the minutes and everything like that. This just seems like a pretty good spot for Dragic to bounce back. I had Dragic. I had a lot of Dragic too, man. He's one of the reasons why I had minimum. I had minimal amount of Mike Conley that day, but he had 32. He missed value, not by much. But I think with a day's rest, this is definitely a bounce back spot for him to have a 40-point game. The only thing that scares me though, at 7.1, a lot of these guys are healthy for the Heat, and I just hate that Dion Waiters is back. This guy is just gonna mess up the flow of the offense and just ruin everything, man. Especially if his minutes go up here. So if it says Dion Waiters is gonna be cleared to start playing like 20% plus minutes, that might just scare me enough to fade Dragic. But I still like Dragic a lot here. This is the Lakers we're talking about. The Heat are going to score a minimum 105 points. So Dragic definitely in play here. A lot of these guys are playing too many minutes, or their prices just through the roof. So won't touch them. Luol Deng, it'll be interesting to see if he plays today. I think he was a game time decision today, and he missed out. So there's probably a good chance he plays tomorrow on the second night. Julius Randle, 7.1. I'm just not. I don't know what it is. Julius Randle, I just can't play that price for him, but I think he has a pretty solid matchup here. James Johnson, now this is a guy with a bunch of upside, man. Especially who wins off for the season. He's probably gonna consistently see 25 minutes a game, and in this game, he definitely has 30-point upside. So I definitely will have some exposure to him. Who else we have? Willie Reed at 4.1. He went up 100. Only played 23 minutes. He only played 23 minutes last game out. I think that's just because he was struggling a little bit here and he's kind of young. But that might be the Jordan McRae situation where he played a bunch of minutes the first time he went off, then he was a trap the second game, then he comes back and bounces back. So let's just take a look at Jordan McRae. He did the same exact thing. Look, 31 minutes first game, got 26. Then everybody's like, oh yeah, we have to play him versus New Orleans. He's chalk. 16 minutes, got you 10 points, flopped. And then when everybody's back off him now, he plays 33 minutes and drops 30. So that might be the situation here. We'll really read because it's still looking like Whiteside's not going to play. We can take a look at some of the news for that as well. Let's see real quick. We don't care about that. Let's see if there's any news on Whiteside. Okay. They say he has a chance to play on Friday, so hopefully he doesn't play, so it could give us some value there as center man, because that'll be actually a pretty decent bounce back spot for Willie Reed. So with that being said, we're pretty much about to bring this to an end, man. James Johnson in play, Julius Randle, I'm not high on, but I do think he's a solid play. I wouldn't say Julius Randle's a bad play. It's just certain people I just don't like playing certain prices for. So everybody else here, not in play for me. You could probably Tyler Johnson at 6.1. Come on, that's ridiculous. I can't do that. I need that DeMarcus Cousins Vine real quick. That's ridiculous. Goran Dragic though, definitely in a good spot. So the only people I'll probably touch from this game, Goran Dragic, James Johnson, Willie Reed if Whiteside's out. So that's how I'm looking at it there. The Lakers will be on the second night of back-to-back as well, so there might be some tired legs here. Miami might just go off on them. I still think it's going to be a close game, but I say Miami 108, Lakers 100 or something like that. So that's about it, man. Let's take a look at the chat. Yeah, same situation. I feel Reed playing. Yeah, I'm playing for sure. If Whiteside is out, Whiteside plays. James Johnson a plug. Yeah, I like a lot of these guys. Yeah, if Whiteside is out, I think we'll be 16 tonight. Yeah, man, this is a perfect bounce back spot, man. Especially with a lot of people saying he flopped last game. He didn't even hit 5 times value last game. So he only played 23 minutes, man. I think this is definitely a bounce back spot for him. And this, I don't know, man. Lakers young, ain't no tired legs, bro. Well, I guess you can say that, but man, if Luol Deng plays, he's old as dust. Freaking Timothy Mozgov, he's big and doofy. And I mean, I guess you can also say that because the only people that really play heavy minutes on his team, Julius Randle plays 30, D'Angelo Russell played 30, and then that's about it. They're like the only two guys on the Lakers that play 30 minutes a game. So, and then you got Luol Deng covering around 30, but he missed last game. So, this game will definitely be close, man. But I'm really not gonna touch any of these guys off the bench either. So that game, for the most part, the Lakers are unplayable in my eyes. If Luol Deng is out, maybe Brandon Ingram at 3.8. I will say that though, he's probably a pretty decent option. And with that being said, we're definitely about to bring this stream to an end. Appreciate you guys pulling up, man. I'm sorry for not doing a video yesterday. I just assumed there was going to be a 4-game slate today, and yeah, man, good stream. So I appreciate the feedback and all that, man. Definitely make sure you give this a thumbs up. I just gave my own self a thumbs up because I'm gangster like that. So, uh, peace.